What up? What up? What up? What? Right? Oh my gosh. How y'all doing? It's your girl Michelle Lawrence coming to you live from LBC Studios. So it's week 2 of the quarantine. How that working for you? Y'all homeschooling now, right? You didn't even know you could do it, but guess what? Guess what? We homeschooling. That's what we doing now, right? Oh my goodness. Some of you have the luxury of being home, but some of us don't. Okay. I'm a nurse in real life, so yeah. You can't see it right now, but I got a superhero cape under this, right? Oh my goodness. See, I'm wearing Superman's colors. Anyways, oh my gosh. We are so excited tonight. We are going to be talking about 8 ways to tap into your creativity. Some of y'all are bored out of your minds right now. And so we're going to talk about ways that you can tap into your creativity tonight. So I hope you stick with us. Join us tonight. I'll be right back. Go ahead and grab a snack, grab a pen. You might want to write this down. What up, right? OMG. Okay, so you're bored out of your minds and you're like, what am I going to do to be a little bit more creative? Well, have I got the thing for you? Oh my goodness. If you don't know me, my name is Michelle Lawrence. I am your friendly neighborhood brand ambassador. I help you stand out so that you can make your mark in the world. The way I do this is by my MARK method. Right? You're like, what? Yeah, girl. MARK. It stands for mindset, authenticity, revenue, and knowledge. And the way I do that is by doing just this: social learning and online classes. So, what are you waiting for? It's time for you to make your mark. Oh my goodness. Are you ready for tonight? Girl. Okay. So I know you're going stir crazy. You're stuck in the house. I know some of y'all be sneaking outside. I see you. I see you. You better not show up in my emergency room. Okay. I'm just saying. Anyways, do what you're supposed to do. Stay at the house. Anyways, but yeah, some of y'all are going a little stir crazy right now. And I get it. You know, you stuck in the house. You used to be able to go out and do stuff. You had things to do every day. Yeah, you still have stuff to do every day, but it's not the stuff that you was doing 2 weeks ago. Let's just keep it 100 here, right? So, hey Sherry, how you doing, boo? Oh my goodness. So tonight we're going to talk all about ways to be creative. As a matter of fact, I'm going to give you 8 ways to be creative tonight. So I hope you can stick around for the rest of it. We're going to keep it short and sweet tonight, though. Oh my goodness. I prepared this whole thing and everything. I cannot wait to show you. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. So booyah. Right? Oh my God. Right? You see what I did there? See what I did there? Oh my goodness. I want to show you this real quick. Okay. So this is my brand right here. You see this little, the little woman in the leopard print right there? That is me. Right? But now it's really me. It's really me. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. But I'm so glad you're here. So let's go ahead and do a deep dive into this, right? And let's talk about some things, okay? So, a lot of times, you know, folks are like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I got the kids at home right now. I'm working from home. That's kind of weird. You know, you're out of your comfort zone. That is a good thing. Trust me. Okay. It is a good thing. All right. So let's just go ahead and let's talk about it there for a minute. I'm going to turn my face off because, yeah, it's kind of weird with my glasses on. Anyways. Oh my gosh. So yeah, it's kind of weird, right? I mean, it's easy to understand, you know, how, you know, you could get like really skilled at something because you do it all the time. But then, you know, you get thrown for a loop and it's like, wait a minute, what's happening here? Anyways, so now that we're on week 2 of this quarantine and you're bored out of your minds, let's talk about this for a second. Okay. So I got 8 things. We're going to go ahead and break it down. And the first thing would be a change of environment. I think all of you kind of like are, in that mode right now. You do have a change of environment. So, did you know that like a lot of authors would like go to like a hotel or something, go to someplace different than where they would normally go, to like, to have a creative spark, right? Many painters, sometimes they have a studio separate from their homes because, they just need a place where they can really think and do things, right? Creativity won't, it won't be at its highest level all of the time, right? So sometimes you just have to like, do things to kind of stimulate it. I know for me, in, some of the things I love to do before I met the company that I met, that, some of you know me, know that I sell jewelry and things like that. And before I met this particular company that I'm working with, I used to make my own jewelry. I designed my own jewelry, and I would never make something unless I was inspired, because if I wasn't inspired, it'll just be total crap. No, that's like keeping it 100. It'll be total crap if I wasn't inspired to do it. And so a lot of times, once that inspiration hits, you're like, oh man, yeah, now things are clicking and ideas are coming and stuff like that. So sometimes just changing your environment will do that. I know for me, I spend a lot of time in my studio. To me, my studio is my happy place. If I'm in other places of the house, I'm not inspired to do anything. This is the room that I create in. And so when I'm in this room, I'm very creative and actually very prolific, which is the next topic that we're going to talk about, right? So first thing you need to do is change your environment, which I guess most of you already did that because you in the house with the kids and the dog and everybody else, right? Okay, so the next thing would be to be prolific. So most ideas are worthless. Let's just keep it 100, right? Most ideas are worthless, right? How many times did Thomas Edison like fail at making the light bulb, right? How many times? And it's so funny that there's a light bulb on this slide. Yeah, he made a bunch of duds. It's okay to have a bunch of duds, right? Because guess what? That one spark, that bright flame. Yeah, that's why we got light bulbs now, because he made a bunch of duds before he got the one that was really the thing, right? So it's okay. It's okay to like just keep going, keep going, be prolific. Just keep doing it. And then who knows, amongst all the things that you've created, you might just have a masterpiece. Oh my goodness. Right? Oh my goodness. Okay. So the next thing that I suggest that you would do would be to leave a thought for tomorrow. And I know you're like, what? What are you talking about, Michelle? Okay. So let's just say you were sparked with inspiration and you had all these thoughts and everything was clicking and going in the right direction, and you just do like a huge brain dump and just get it out, right? Well, sometimes you might just need to like leave just a thread for the next day so you can pick up on that thought and run with it, right? So yes, do a brain dump, right? But just leave a little something behind so that you can take that thought and then run with it the next day, so that you'll have a spark of inspiration for the next day. Okay, so just leave a thought for tomorrow, right? Make sure you get everything out when you're inspired to do it. And then leave a thought for the next day, so that that's the thought you would lead with, and it'll take you into the next thing, right? Oh my gosh, right? Oh my gosh. The next thing would be to become an expert, right? You're like, what are you talking about, girl? Well, if you become an expert in your field by studying what it is that you want to do, right? You'll get greater knowledge at it and you'll become an expert, right? And so when you become an expert in your field, it's really easy to be creative, because guess what? You are the expert, okay? So there's this saying that I know you've heard before, right? Be the change you want to see in the world. You become the expert that everybody needs right? So if it's something that you're passionate about, put everything, learn about it. Study, do all the things that you need to do so that you can become that expert, so that your tribe that's looking for you can find you, right? Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I love this. I love this. I love this. Can you tell I'm a little creative? I'm a lot creative. Okay. All right. So the next thing we're going to talk about would be to change your routine. You're like, girl, what are you talking about? Well, it's happening right now. Okay. Can you say coronavirus? Can you say that? Yeah. Corona done changed the routine for everybody. I mean, this is worldwide, people. Okay. And unless you've been living under a rock for the last 2 weeks, yeah, the world is different now. Right. And so by changing your routine, sometimes it will make you stretch in ways that you never thought you could. Who heard of churches doing service on Instagram Live, right? Churches, they're stretching in ways that they never thought they could. They doing Zoom calls, they doing Instagram Lives. It was so funny. Okay, so someone sent me, actually it was my sister. She sent me a Zoom video of someone, I guess, who's not used to being on a Zoom video, right? And she was on a conference call with all of her coworkers talking, but of course everybody's social distancing and everybody's at home, right? And she was walking around talking, she was pontificating. She was doing her thing, but she walked into the bathroom with her computer and the live feed still going. She proceeded to drop her pants and go to the bathroom while everybody on the Zoom call looked in utter horror, right? But she didn't realize it was happening until like maybe 3 seconds in. And then she realized what was happening. And then she like freaked out, right? Change your routine, people. Okay, that was Thoughts from the Throne. That's one of my hashtags, Thoughts from the Throne. Sometimes I get the most prolific thoughts from the throne, but I don't want to film it though. Okay, so just make sure that your camera's off. Just saying. Oh my gosh. So just change your routine. Okay. Everybody's routine has been changed for the last 2 weeks. And so now it's making you stretch and making you think a new thought so that you can kind of get to the next level. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So here's another one. Create solitude. Sometimes there's so much noise in your head all the time. Now, I can say now we have a lot of noise happening because of what's going on. But let's say it was pre 2 weeks ago, right? Have you ever really had a quiet thought, a moment where you can just sit down and just quiet your mind, where you can really think clearly? Because there's a lot of noise around us, a lot, right? And sometimes you just can't quiet your mind down. I have a 17-year-old and he loves video games. As with any kid, right? They're in the phone like this, all the time. He's got noise canceling headphones on. He's like this. And I'm a night owl. I know that I work best at night, right? I would stay up late and I'd, crank out some of my best stuff in the middle of the night. He's a kid. He's supposed to go to school. Well, we're homeschooling now, right? As is everyone. And so, but he can't turn his brain off because he's watched so much anime and so much crap that he can't turn his brain off and he has a hard time going to bed. I would go to bed at 1:30, 2 o'clock and he's still up. And I'm like, dude, turn off the phone, right? But it's just so hard because he can't turn his brain off because he's been looking at that crap all day long. That's just an example of that, right? So basically what I'm trying to say is create some solitude. Find a space where you can clear your mind and really think, right? And really think so that you could be a little bit more creative, okay? So hashtag turn off them devices. As a matter of fact, you might want to institute that right now anyway, because I'm sure you're probably overloaded with that. Okay, this next one is kind of weird, right? So it's kind of weird, but I totally dig this. Okay, so this slide basically tells you there are left brain people and there are right brain people. Okay. The left brain people are your accountants. They're into science and numbers and sequence and language and words and all of those things that are logical and make sense. Right brain people are like me. Are so me. Okay. We're into color and intuition. It doesn't mean that you can't be both. You can be both, okay? But those people are into like imagination and all kinds of things, more abstract, right? So, what we want to try to get you to do is tap into your right brain, okay? We want to tap into your right brain so that that's where all that creativity comes from. Not that you can't be creative with numbers and science and all that. Yes, you can definitely do that. But we want to tap into that right side of the brain because that's where all of that stuff is. Okay, so this one says try being bored. And you're like, what? Right? Okay, well, basically, it's a kind of a play on, turning your brain off, right? If you're bored, right, you tend to daydream, right? And your boring activities encourages daydreaming and reduces the activity of a particular part of the brain, aka the left side, right? So, let your logic take a back seat and let your creativity shine through. Okay. So try being bored for a while. If you're left brained, right? If you're like straight up left brain, right? Try being bored for a while. You might come up with a brilliant idea. Brilliant. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm so loving this. Okay. Next. What are we doing next? Let's see. We're going to do this. Try to be creative unexpectedly. Okay. Basically, what I'm saying here is to try to do it when you're least alert. I know most times I create when I'm mostly alert, but then sometimes I could create when I'm least alert. Like when I'm sleepy or when I'm tired. That's usually like at 2-3 o'clock in the morning when I'm, that's when all the juices start flowing, at least in my crazy brain. Okay. So try to do it when, at an unexpected time. That's basically what I'm saying. So my little mutt friend here on the screen is a little sleepy. Okay. Try to do it at a different time. I know usually, after you had that second cup of coffee, at least that's how it is for me. I'm like, whoa, I'm like on. I'm like, yes, let's do this. Let's just kill it. And then a squirrel goes by and I forget everything. Yes, I do have squirrel syndrome. Anyways, but yeah, so basically what I'm trying to say here is try to try to create at a time that it's unexpected, right? So it could be maybe late at night, or it could be just when you're a little bit tired or something like that. Try and see, sometimes you might journal and really have a great idea that you can take and run with the next day. Okay. So I love this. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And then, do I have one more? Maybe. I don't know. Let's see. No, I don't. That was my last one. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Now, if you really, really enjoyed this, I love bringing these awesome tips to you every single day. You could make the most of your creative gifts. Okay. So, as you well know, it takes practice to do this, right? And there's a well-established tip for all of you folks who love to create. Okay. So if you've ever had a brilliant idea and you hit it out the park the first time, good for you. But sometimes you have to do it over and over and over and over again so that you can make sure that you can find something so good. But the most important thing is to tap into your creativity and do it today, right? That's going to be your bonus tip. Your bonus tip is to start today. Start today being creative, right? And then who knows? Girl, this is week number 2 in quarantine. Next week, you might have your own business, honey. I'm just saying. What skill do you have that you can bring to the world? Now that we have to be a little bit more creative about what we do. Okay? Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. If you enjoyed this, oh my goodness, I'm so excited to bring this to you. Every Tuesday, I bring you some mindset tips, just some mindset tips, just to kind of get you right back, course correct, get you right back to thinking about what's important and what you want to do, right? So I'm so excited that you came by. Oh, let me go back to that last slide. So this is where you can find me. Okay, you can find me all over the interwebs at LBC Branding. You can find me on Facebook at LBC Branding. You can find me on Insta and YouTube at LBC Branding. I will be dropping the podcast to this episode on the Leopard True Diaries. You can find that anywhere that you find podcasts. So Apple, iTunes, Google Play, all the stuff. Just look it up. I'm out there, okay, at the Leopard True Diaries. Okay. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited you came to play with me today. We're gonna be a little bit more creative, right? Right? Of course, we have no choice. We're stuck in the house with the kids, the dog, your husband. Oh my God, your husband. Or whomever. You might be by yourself. I'm just saying, be a little bit more creative. Oh my goodness. So I have one thing to ask you. What are you waiting for? It's time for you to make your mark. Oh my goodness. Let's see you next time. Bye.